Do you know earlier today, actually, whilst you're getting your hair ready, earlier today I did a reaction for Star Wars related stuff, and Darth Vader popped up during it, and obviously James Earl Jones died yesterday, so at about 12:30 today I did a shot.
Crying?
No, I did a shot whilst on like sort of thing for James Earl Jones, and I hadn't eaten by this point, and it was a shot. It was like a decent shot of whiskey. And then I decided to carry on with the reaction and then a bit of the post stuff. And then by the time I was getting towards the end, I was like, holy shit, I'm kind of cut at fucking 1:45 after one shot of whiskey. It was real bad, like. And look how fucking much my chair's gone down. Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake, this is Charlie. You're here for another reaction. And today we are reacting to Doctor Who Season 3, Episode 10. And he's laughing. Why are you laughing?
No.
Charlie, what happened in the last episode?
That's part 1.
No, you watched part 1 and 2. No, you watched part 1. Last episode was part 2. We did watch. Yeah, we did watch the last episode. We did. I've got the recording
Of what?
of the last episode.
What was that?
I'm asking you.
Oh, it was, it was the family.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you pretend like you're fucking Spider-Man? Let's just do that.
They defeated the family.
Okay, well done. So you defeated the family. The Fury of the Time Lord happened.
Yeah.
Where you got this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
when the cold bit at the end.
Yeah. When he was absolutely punished them.
Yeah.
And then, So you got to see the Doctor, like a 2-part like finish, as well as also seeing the Doctor not be the Doctor, but then also get one of the best pieces from Doctor Who, which was the Fury of the Time Lord, and it ended with. I guess the episode ended with him saying goodbye. The nurse didn't like want to be with him anymore. He said thank you to Martha. The kid survived, and then later on he was in his little old wheelchair as an old man crying over his watch. Remember the watch that the Doctor gave him?
Oh yes.
Yeah. So he had the watch, and he was there like.
Yeah.
But so overall, enjoyed that 2-part.
And you said it only gets better from here. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I mean, from 42, which is the burn with me one onwards. Yeah, I think it's top notch. But yeah, so are you excited? Are you excited? You didn't answer. Are you excited? You still haven't answered. That's an answer. I'll take it. Right, okay, we're going to jump into this, guys. So we hope that he enjoys this episode. We hope that you enjoy this reaction. And if you do, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That'll be superb. But other than that, see you on the other side. We're getting fucking so good at that. It's unreal. Oh my God, we're pros.
Why did you turn into a high school girl?
Oh my God, we're pros. Oh my God, they're so jealous. You're so jealous of me and us. Oh my God, they're so jealous of our pointing. We're points guards. Point. Anyway, the whiskey's still here. Yeah.
She's gone.
What do you mean? She's gone. She's there.
Yeah, nah. The music was building up. I thought she was gonna die. Oh, and what?
Yeah.
From the Doctor. I didn't say anything, but I love how when they were writing on the wall, they went, "Oh, and
yeah, right. That's what. But when people write stuff as they would say it, yeah. So, yeah, that's the opening. Tense, a little bit tense, wasn't it?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what this is?
I know the Weeping Angels are. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know them?
Just from when I was little and you were watching it.
Yeah. If you look here, there's one right there.
Yeah, no. So if you're not looking at them, they can move, isn't it?
If you remember them from I don't want to go too much into it.
I remember it was that was it.
What?
It was Capaldi's Doctor, and you were watching him, and you were looking after me, and you wanted to go to the shop, and I started throwing a fit because I was scared or something.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
And then you got so annoyed at me.
Yeah.
And that was what was on the TV.
That makes so much sense, which is weird because Capaldi's one I think only interacts them briefly, and it was a Christmas special. I think I can't remember, so that's weird. Maybe it wasn't Capaldi then, but that's strange that you remember that because you were shitting because that's me fucking up because realistically I should have recognised that you got scared by something, and I was just like I want to go to the shop because I really wanted to go for a cigarette. As well as go to the shop. I think I had a couple of drinks. No, I'm not looking actually that good as a childminder when I think about it. I had a couple of drinks. I was leaving them behind to go get some cigarettes. It was real bad.
With scary shit on the TV.
Fucking hell. That's awful. Anyway, if anyone wants me to look after your kids. It's fucking so bad. Well, we move on. My boy. My fucking boy.
For the writer to come.
Yeah.
Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead. They are fast. Faster than you can believe.
What?
And I've seen this on TikTok.
Have you? Okay.
Like a Doctor Who edit. And
okay.
Use that as an intro.
Stay away from Doctor Who edits, please.
Why?
Because it might give away stuff.
I was also watching a YouTube video the other day. Nothing to do with Doctor Who. And they were playing Among Us and they had a mod on.
Yeah.
And one of them was Time Lord, and then they inserted a clip of David Tennant's Doctor changing.
Motherfucker, the internet just ruins everything, doesn't it?
But I have no context, no nothing. It was just him like...
Well, I say, to be fair, it's not actually ruining because you know that they all move on at some point. Yeah. But it's more so that you might have seen dialogue or things or something like that. Yeah. That's what's annoying. But we won't talk about that. We'll go into that when we get to that.
Pants?
No. Put them on, I hate you! What are you thinking?
He's actually in a show. Did I ever get you to watch How Not to Live Your Life?
No.
It might be on BBC iPlayer somewhere. If not, watch it. It's 3 seasons. It's like 6 episodes of seasons. It's literally about a guy. It's how it is. Not How Not to Live Your Life. He's just a shithead, and he's in the first seasons of it as a he's a posh wank in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but watch How Not to Live Your Life. If you haven't watched How Not to Live Your Life, it's probably so stupid. It might be dated. I don't know, but I still cry with laughter at just thinking about certain scenes from it. And we're back!
You and me.
Didn't scare her that much.
Sparrow and Nightingale. That so works. At ITV.
BBC! BBC!
What's good about sad? It's happy for deep people.
Okay.
That's quite deep.
Not that in my garden.
I would. I absolutely
Very
fucking
cool.
would. I've had arguments with Lana saying I want one in the garden.
I'm sure of it is closer. What are you doing? Could be a burglar. A burglar who rings the doorbell.
And what are they doing right now?
Breaking and entering. Yeah. So, we're doing this. Come on in!
Residents.
Sorry, I feel really stupid. I was told to make absolutely sure.
Apparently.
Funny feeling after all these years.
Who's it from?
Catherine Wainwright. But she specified I should tell you that prime...
It's cows.
Kathy?
Thanks.
They weren't there before, those cows.
You need to take
Don't call it
this.
that.
I promised.
Boo!
Why are you here?
Just take the letters.
Who to?
Sorry.
My
It freaks people out. She just found out it's from her friend.
Don't have that in...
This is sick. actually sick.
She didn't even finish reading the letter.
No, well, yeah, it's kind of fucked up when you think about it. She's been thrown into something that's so sci-fi, and it's messing with her.
So they don't even kill you. They just set you back in time, or they do what they want, basically.
Well, going by that logic, it would seem so.
She's doing this all a bit too calmly and
Shit.
He was the very first person I met in 1920.
You going to stop following me?
No, I don't think so.
Dated that.
One breath.
what?
Because a man should following a woman and not stop following a woman couldn't really happen in this day and age.
Nothing wrong with that.
It is. Let's draw a line that it is. Following a woman home that said stop following me and be like,
She has no home. And
that's a very good point.
At
She's
least
homeless.
he's walking. I'd be running after going.
No more talking for you. Just react with your face.
Next in 1920. Told him you were 18, you lying cow.
How old is she?
I'd imagine maybe mid-20s probably.
Oh, yeah.
He works at the DVD store on Queen Street. It'll come to you.
Oh my god. Sorry again about the whole.
She loves you.
She what?
She's on stage. She's all,
She ill?
no.
Am I ill?
No.
Me and the guy's always trying to work out the other half.
When you say you and the guys, you mean the internet, don't you?
How do you know?
It's tricky, isn't it?
Reddit would have been all over this.
Hmm?
Reddit would have been all over
Yeah.
this.
It's more like a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Started well, that sentence.
It got away from me, yeah.
Okay, that was weird. Like you can hear me.
Well, I can hear you.
Okay, that's enough.
Go to the police, you stupid woman. Why does nobody ever just go to the police?
He's the hero we truly
Yeah.
needed. Oh, shit.
Well, what do you even do? Like, you can't stop yourself from blinking.
Cracking up now.
They blinked. She blinked, and they're there.
Can't talk to you now. Marcy, can you tell them I'm going to be late for that thing?
She is gorgeous.
She is so attractive.
Over the last 2
Wow.
What's that?
The police box.
Yeah, good spot.
pride of the Wester Drumlins.
Okay, what's the big question?
Will you have a drink with me?
I'm sorry.
Told them I had a family crisis
Why?
because life is short and you are hot. Drink?
Hero.
No.
Absolute hero.
Never?
Maybe
In the midst of all this.
just my
In the midst of all this shit that's happened,
Promise.
she's thinking, why not?
Guarantee.
War woman.
I owe you.
And that's Sally.
Sally Shipton. Sparrow.
Phone you tomorrow.
Don't look at me.
Might even phone you tonight.
Don't look at me.
Definitely gonna phone you, gorgeous girl.
Definitely better.
He's gone. Yeah.
He's too busy looking at her ass, he didn't blink.
No. Oh god, he's fucked if they send him back in time.
I knew exactly what you meant by that. Straight. People, if I gave a little bit of pause, people might have thought, wait, why? But I knew.
Welcome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1969.
First time we actually kind of seen them in a scene that's actually not on a TV.
Brilliant. We went 4
Yeah.
times.
Time travel out of capsule. Nasty. Catch your breath. Don't go swimming for half an hour. Don't. The only psychopaths in the universe to kill you nicely. No mess, no fuss. They just zap you into the past and let you live to death.
I mean,
That's not bad.
no.
Blink of an eye. Consume the energy of all the days you might have had. All your stolen moments.
Quite.
They're creatures of the abstract. They live off potential energy.
That's such a cool fucking concept.
Trust me.
Goes ding when there's stuff. You want an egg at 30 paces. Whether you wanted to or not, actually, so I've learned to stay away from hens. Blow.
I don't understand. Where am I?
9. Billy?
Landed in 1969. Do you want to ask some questions? Because you sighed there like you were about to ask a question.
I get it, but I don't.
So he sends them back in time, the
Yeah.
Weeping Angels, and what they do is that because they've gone back in time, they abstract out that creature, so they absorb the energy of what potentially would have been your future. That's what they do. But by sending back in time, that's their life now.
They've created a new future.
They've not created a new future. They've sent them back in the past, and now they live out their future in the past.
Okay.
Okay. So he got sent back to 1969 as.
So he was. When they take you, you're dead basically. You've lived your life because you're living your future in the past.
No, so what is
it? So they killed you.
They kill you in the sense they kill you. Not depending on where they send you, they could send you God knows where.
Yeah.
But they've sent him to a point where he's now up to the point of the present day. So they could have sent him back to the 1800s, and this would never happen.
Yeah.
But the fact is, they sent him to the time in which he could possibly bank on him possibly meeting who?
Angel. Weeping Angels want him to.
What, to meet?
So that they can get the TARDIS or some shit.
No, they've got. Remember, the TARDIS is gone. They've got the TARDIS. They just haven't got the key. So they've just sent him back in time, and it just so happens by chance it kept going back for the same year the Doctor was in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's called her from 1969.
No, why would he do it? He's got the present day. He got a number. Remember? She gave him his number.
So he's had to wait like 40 years to make this call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awful.
It's fucking horrible, isn't it?
Terrible.
Yep.
He rocks those sideburns, to be fair.
Her name was Sally too.
He's got a type.
Thought about looking for you before tonight. But apparently it would have torn a hole in the fabric of space and time and destroyed 2/3 of the universe. Also, I'd lost my hair. Got into publishing, then video publishing, then DVDs, of course.
You put the Easter egg on.
You told me all those years ago that we'll only meet again this one time, on the night I die.
Oh, Billy.
It's kept me going. I'm an old sick man, but I've had something to look forward to.
Holy shit, wait. This is deep. So he knew this whole time, the day he was going to die.
Mm-hmm. Well, he knew that he was going to die the last time that he saw her. Well, he rang her, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he would have known the date, yeah. So he knew the date he would have called her.
So he's known for about 40 years.
Yeah.
When he's going to die.
Yeah. I don't know how the Doctor knew he was going to die on the day that he spoke to her.
That's it. How does he know she has the list? How does he know he's going to die? He knows the future. He knows what's going to happen, but I don't know how.
Okay. There you go.
Life is long and you are hard. The old man's hands. How did that happen?
I'll stay. I'm gonna stay with you, okay?
I have till the rain stops.
This is sad, man.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
All the DVDs I own. The Easter egg was intended for me.
You've only got 7
Do you have a portable DVD?
You live in Scooby-Doo's house.
For God's sake, I don't...
I'm stuck in 1969.
We're stuck. All of space and time he promised me. Now I've got a job in a shop. I've got to support him.
I've seen this bit before. You can't know exactly what I'm going to say 40 years before I say it.
38?
It's down. I'm writing in your bits.
This is impossible.
No, it's brilliant.
Well, I can't hear you exactly, but I know everything you're going to say.
Always gives me the shivers, that bit.
How do you know what I'm gonna say?
Look to your left.
What does he mean by look to your left? I've written tons about that on the forums. I think it's a political statement.
Who's you?
Wait until this hits the net. This will explode the egg forums.
You're reading aloud from a transcript of a conversation you're still having.
Wibbly wobbly, tiny whiny.
Actually, never mind that.
The angels have the phone box.
The angels have the phone box. That's my favourite. I've got that on a t-shirt.
Angels.
Lonely assassins, they used to be called. No one quite knows why they have survived this long because they have the most perfect defense system ever evolved. They are quantum locked. They don't exist when they're being observed. The moment they are seen by any other living creature, they freeze into rock. No choice, it's a fact of their biology. In the sun, and you can't kill a stone. A stone can't kill you either, but then you turn your head away. Then you blink. And oh yes, it can. Their greatest asset is their greatest curse. They can never be seen. Loneliest creatures.
So if they looked at each other, they'd be forever stunned.
Yeah, and that's sort of like that concept. Yeah, that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
The blue box, it's my time machine. There is a
That's
That's
a scary
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
Just one, right?
Look at them.
It's just this one.
It's like Maggie Thatcher.
Oh, wow.
Everything's gonna be fine. Breathe.
I wouldn't call her a fucking angel though.
Move your way. 3 of them.
Don't blink. Remember what he said. Don't
Ass.
even blink.
A hard task.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to the door. Front door.
Throughout this episode, I've
Have you
setting
been very
myself a
wary?
task.
If you try not to blink too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard.
Get to the front door
It's
without taking
really
your eyes off
hard.
that thing, so you step-
Give them the key. Give them what they want.
oh, blinks. How's he doing that?
He blinked.
No,
Oh, you
blinked.
blinked. Don't really notice the whites in people's eyes until I'm staring at his eyes now. Ah!
Oh my god. Move back a bit more. No?
Oh, look at it. Oh, those dead eyes, like a doll's eyes. That's weird. She just said his name and I completely forgot what his name was.
Was it Larry?
Larry, yeah.
Lawrence. No, that's it.
I don't know.
Lawrence Nightingale.
Larry and Sally. When Larry met Sally. There we go.
Oh, and there's your one.
Surely that one can move.
Yeah, but it can't really tell, can it? Without taking the risk. But then the other ones are looking as well. Possibly.
Oh my god, it's turning out the light.
No, look! Oh wait, you can look if the lights are
Yeah.
on. Right, makes sense. Wonder how they did that.
It's actually people, actual art, like people. So just
So it's just
Actors.
someone wearing like a suit.
so that they said I'm fairly certain the statues are statues, but when they have to move, I've seen them in like prosthetics and stuff like that, and makeup and stuff
Oh.
like that. So I have seen them. I don't know whether they consistently just stand there, or if they're or if it is statues, and then when they need them to like move to places or things like
Yeah.
that, then they'll have actors in.
Please insert the disc.
It's like a game.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's leaving us behind. Doctor, no, you can't.
There's no way. Well, that means he's already done something.
Or
They're all looking at each other.
Look at them, quick, look at them.
you called it. Well done.
That one is ugly.
Ugly, so fucking ugly. God, I love them. I absolutely love them.
This is over.
How did the doctor know where to write those words on the wall? How could he get a copy of the transcript? Where did he get all that information
That's all the
from?
questions you should be
Yeah.
asking.
Some things. Ever think this might be getting in the way of
We just run a shop together. Well, it is just a shop.
Anyway,
Get your fucking milk.
Milk.
That was a devastating blow.
Well, she's gonna find out now, so hopefully she'll stop being a bitch.
Fucking hell.
To him.
Sorry, I've got a bit of a complex life. Things don't always happen to me in quite the right order. Gets a bit confusing at times. Especially at weddings. I'm rubbish at weddings.
Oh my god, of course. It's me. Oh, for God's sake, it was me all along. You got it all from me.
Got what? Things happening. Well, 4 things. Well, 4 things and a lizard.
Okay. No worries.
Good to meet you, Sally Sparrow.
She'll stop being a bitch then.
Goodbye, Doctor.
He's followed her like he knows he's going to get laid. Look. It wasn't a ITV show, but it turned out to be a DVD store.
And don't blink. Good luck.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright! And that goes my reaction to Doctor Who Season 3, Episode 10, titled Blink. Charlie, first thoughts?
It was a step up.
It was
it is
a step up. Now,
going better.
it's the issue with popular culture and actually being around me as you're growing up is that going in, kind of pun intended, blind when it comes to Blink. It's that when we went in not knowing anything, this was the episode. I remember going into school the next day and going up to Lewis and Josh and going like, "Did you fucking watch that? Did you watch?" And they're like, "Yeah," and it was crazy. It was because this I remember this one and another one that comes later on where I went up to them as well and they were like, "Yeah," so. But yeah, so is that. So is it? But obviously, with popular culture, with the internet, you've seen stuff to do with Blink, with that. You've seen me to do with the Angels and other things pop up. But still, it still didn't really take much away from it. It didn't seem like you still were like.
No, yeah, no. It's. I don't know. It just had me thinking the whole time, like properly thinking.
The end bit, I think the bit when it was like the montage, I think I could have done with something a little bit more subtle. I think it reminded me of the early 2000s, sort of the editing and stuff like that, showing all different ones. It reminded me of that in the sense that I could have done with something because it was a very subtle episode in the sense that it was about statues that moved when you weren't there. It was in only certain places. It was about it was down not to blink, and then at the end it was that I think that they could have done it more where she moved on and it did zoom up, and then maybe then it just went into the one statue that was there, or I don't know. For me, that was something that if I was a nitpick, I think I wouldn't have that little montage at the end personally.
I actually really liked it.
Did you?
I liked that because it was striking like fear into the audience, like making
because
it
it's
out
the
as if
vastness
it's a real thing.
of the statues. I get that because for me,
like it would have people thinking, "Oh shit,
yeah,
these statues are gonna move," like the spas.
Yeah, but you know,
But
I get what you mean because London's filled with statues, so
Yeah.
I get why, but I don't know. I think I maybe I'm just nitpicking, but I would have preferred something a little bit more subtler for such a subtle episode. That's what I think.
Maybe just zooming into that last
One,
one there,
yeah.
and then just going, "Don't blink."
They don't blink and then cut.
hit, yeah.
Then cut.
Then yeah,
That would have been it. Yeah,
Either or.
that's me. I've had but overall, what episode, man! What
Very
a
good.
fucking episode! It's Moffat at his absolute finest.
But that's the fact that he thought of that. Like that's such a complex thing to think about.
Well, think because Moffat he gets from my understanding, I could just imagine Moffat just gets thoughts in his head and he's like, right, that because that's what it was. He wrote Doctor Who, and then when he did the showrunning, where he got to the point where he felt like I've told my stories, and I'm finding a little bit more harder to become new with stuff. He felt like he was just, and that's what he felt like. So, is that for me? Is that it's to have that thought of, because you got to think about it, the first episode was the first one he did was the Doctor Dances. It was about basically nanogenes and a kid wear a gas mask. So how did he think of a kid wear a gas mask going, "Are you my mummy?" Next one, it was fucking clockwork people and a girl that was the agent through fireplaces. So it's like you writers have a certain brainwave,
Yeah.
and then sci-fi writers are on a different level. I don't give a shit. Sci-fi and fantasy writers are just on a different fucking level, and it's Moffat for me, as you see. Yeah, how do you think of statues that literally when you turn away or blink, they kill you? They send you back in time and feed off the potential energy you would have had. What? But
not
Moffat,
even just that.
Moffat. I mean, a guy like I literally, me, Alana and her friend Freddie and a couple of other people went out for a meal a couple of years back, and one of her mates, my mate, Freddie, he was like basically he's one of the ones that was sort of like, oh well, Dr. Rose, isn't that, oh well, I prefer RTDs here and Moffat, and I'm like, I can take people, but he purposely started like.
Let's hope he doesn't watch this.
He's not. I'll batter him if he does. But it was one of those ones where he basically said something about RTD's writing, and literally we're on the underground at the time, and
RTD.
Russell.
Russell
He was on
yeah.
about RTD. He was on about Moffat's writing. Sorry,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
on about Moffat's writing. And literally, we're on the tube, and Alana said she could hear me shouting at him. She looked over. I was like, just like that, because I was just like, I couldn't comprehend him.
Why dissing
Moffat.
Moffat.
Yeah. Now it could be Moffat or Moffat, but I say Moffat. I don't care. But yeah, it's. Listen, I'm not saying. Let's put it this way: is that this is Moffat's episode for the season. But don't get me wrong. Even after this episode, in my opinion, and like I said to you, it's good. It's good. So
Okay.
it's fine. There's another season coming up where RTD is running things. And Moffat does go right, and let's put it this way, we're in for a treat then as well. It's great. So, but you can understand once you go through his catalogue, you're like, right, I understand why he became showrunner after RTD.
Yeah,
That's
well,
good, yeah.
looking now,
The catalogue
every
of
episode he's done has been not perfect, but great.
It's perfect. But so that's enough of noshing off bloody Moffat. Let's get on to the actual angel themselves. Like, so frightening. I think that with what the budget of Doctor Who, what it had back then, it did fantastic, I think, to build up the tension of the angels, in the sense it was some of the cuts of looking away slightly. The bit where she's down there and it's looking at her, and then when she gets up and walks away, the hand's already covering the face.
Yeah.
Like the nice little camera angles they did, and the music, the sound they did, it wasn't actual music. It was that sort of like almost like a violin, just sort of like that. Did well to build it up, and the zoom in of not just like as in on the angels, but also just the headshots of the characters just looking
when
at
they're
them
about to blink.
when they're about to blink. Yeah, you saw with mainly with Sally, yeah, well, it was also with Billy, and then at the end, then also Larry as well. I will say, if I'm going to disrespect Moffat in some way, the names are not the most exotic, are they? You have Billy, Kathy, Sally, and Larry.
You're in like 2010 London.
Yes, yeah, I get that, but London's also been a hub for like I just find it funny that it's like it's like you know what I mean, but
easy to remember, to be honest.
I guess so. Well, I forgot Larry's fucking name until the end.
Oh well, that's the whiskey.
The whiskey's worn off. It's the cider now, you idiots. Anyway, so but angels, like let's put it this way: is that you've been introduced to villains as we've gone on. You've met the Savine, and that's like. But you have other villains that are a bit dog shit, like the Fear Her one and the Absorbaloff with Peter Kay. Feed Me, The Wire.
Don't diss it, the Zorbeloff.
Fuck off. But then you have things that actually you've had good villains that Moffat's been writing. But so where would you say the Angels so far at this moment fit for you in the terms of the villains, in the sense of how they made you feel?
Everything I've watched, I'd say it's definitely top 5.
Top 5. So if we also go top...
I'm trying to think who's the best villain.
Right, well, think of the series has gone on. I mean, can you remember much from the first season?
Not that much.
Okay, so if we're going by our reactions, there has been the Cybermen.
They're good.
Yeah, there's been the Daleks on multiple occasions.
They're good, yeah.
There's been the Clockwork Men that Moffat wrote,
They
as well
were
as
nice to look at, but they weren't like much
too
of a
villainry.
villain.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like they were good. It was a good story, but like it wasn't like there was a villain there.
Yeah.
Ish.
I'm trying to think of how it goes. Lady Cassandra, the little sheet of skin.
Do you know what? Actually, I'll put it in second.
You put
after the Daleks.
And are you going off of Daleks at the and as in the first episode with Ek when he discovers it? Are you going off at the end of season 1 with Rose?
Yeah.
With the Dalek Emperor?
And all that.
Or are you going off of season 2 at the end with Rose and the Cybermen then?
No, yeah, that one.
That one. Okay.
That was probably my favourite.
That was probably one of them. Okay, so you got...
But it's only because I've seen them multiple times.
Exactly, so...
Whereas
this, so I get that completely. The Daleks have had to build up. You got 3...
Yeah.
You had...
more than 3.
You had 2 episodes by that point. And by the time you got the 3rd one with Doomsday... And then the 4th one, then a 4th and 5th one was the Daleks in Manhattan sort of thing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2. That 2's a great number to pick. Imagine just coming and suddenly you're right behind the Daleks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's absolutely fair enough.
It was
That's great. Doctor Light episode when you think of it.
No, I enjoyed that. I was thinking at the end. I was thinking it was not, they're in it,
but they're not in it.
But it's not just focusing on him. It's not the same thing. Him
the whole episode,
a problem and then fixing it. This, she fixed that.
Yeah, he wasn't there was no issue with the problem. She brought him into it in the sense.
Wait, actually, she told him nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, she told him. But only because...
She told him at the end everything, and then he helped guide her during it. Yeah. But again, it was sporadic, and it didn't make fucking sense.
He hasn't reached that yet. He's in the past.
He's in the past. So where we saw him with Martha...
they were in the past.
But when we saw him and Martha, when they found Billy, they were in that present time at the time when Sally was with Billy, but they were obviously in the past. Yeah, that's when he interacted with him. But when she gave him the thing at the end... That would have been before they got sent, because they would have been visited probably Drumlin instead, because that's where the TARDIS was. So they've obviously had some sort of reading or some sort of mystery gone there, and the angels were to them.
Yeah.
But very light episode. Again, when they do this with the Doctor, when it has happened, it's a way of telling the story. I think there's episodes to come that will be Doctor Light. And then there'll be episodes to go where there's a companion light episodes, and then there'll be episodes to come where they are heavy on just the Doctor. And I find that when they focus on one rather than try and branch them across to that, I think the writing is infinitely better. I think, and I think, and that's
trying to include
because you're not going to include other people. You focus on because right then you're focused on the angels and Sally. That was it. Yeah, you're focused on Angel Sally. In other episodes, you'll focus on just the Doctor, or rather the Doctor, you just focus on the companion, and that sort of thing. It's a way to do it. I mean, so obviously we'll quickly talk about Kathy at the start, her friend, who got sent back in time, got followed home by a man. She was like, "I'll have you."
I mean, I was thinking right at the start. I didn't say it because I didn't want to waffle, but actually, fair play to her. She's just been thrown back into that, and she's writing letters, and when she wrote
the letter, that was in 1989 on the letter. So that she'd been sent back in time. I think it was about 60 years.
Yeah, fair play. She wasn't even mad about it.
No, she wasn't. No, she was
just content with that she lived her life.
I'd imagine there would be something. I was thinking to myself when I was watching as well. I was like, at what point did she give up hope? And did she go right?
I can't get home now.
Because there would have been a point where she'd be like, stay away, there's no point in us getting involved, I'm going to wait for this to happen, to the point where she was like, right, you know what, let's make a life now.
Yeah.
And I wonder where that point is, whether it was quick or slow, I don't know, but yeah, she just got on with it, she had kids, she had grandchildren, and that's that's what I mean, is that's the idea of the angels, that the lonely assassins, the way to kill you mercifully, in the sense that they send you back in time to live out your life.
Oh, I've just done a terrible phone.
Okay.
Just
hold
in
it.
case you smell it. No, you will. If you think about it,
could you pass the Linus ferret spray in the corner there, please?
Shut up, is that?
When I say Alana's ferret spray, is it because she used it for herself or me? It's me.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you think about it, Kathy actually did everything. She fixed everything. She solved the problem.
Well,
because
if she
would have been the first to write the letter and make sure her grandson gives it to her. And the only reason the doctor got that is because she wrote it in the first place. Boom, Kathy saved the day.
But it's one of those, once again, it's one of those, how did you know she did that first? But how did you know she wrote the letter first? You don't necessarily, when you mess with time, it messes up, like...
Because the doctor wouldn't get her letter and then go back
the
to
doctor
her and
did
say,
it first,
write this letter.
because let's put it this way, if the doctor didn't leave that note on the wall, Sally would have been taken, which means that she would have never told her friend. Okay. Which means that she never would have brought...
Very true.
There we go.
At the start.
There we go.
It's just a lot of jumping and
it's
everything.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Yeah. You finally got to see wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. That's like that's pinnacle of this era. So we did well, Sarah. I think, so she did well there, right? Billy.
Oh, God.
What a dude. Literally dropped all work for the chance of some puss. No, but you know, he did. He was like, right, I'm into you. And she's again, but she was into it as well. It was one of those ones where, wasn't it? She got it. They're both cheeky. He was cheeky. She was sort of like, oh, it was what they're into. It was such a nice, jokey moment of him when he was like, sort of like, a life is short and you were hot. Yeah. That's what he said to her.
And then he said to her
later on, life
is long and you are
There's a line I noticed at the start. And when Kathy asked her, why do you like old stuff? And he's like, and she says something like, because it makes me sad. And she ends up seeing Billy later on, he's old, and it makes her sad. That's something I know. I don't know where that was correlated. But I was like, that's something I never noticed before. But Billy, absolute dude, went down to absolute true. And then that fucking kick in the chest of him being old. There's something about an old man at the end of his time breaks my heart.
That's very sad. But then also, if you think about it, he got to meet Sally in the first place. Then he lived a whole life, got another girlfriend,
got another called Sally.
Made films, was a writer, and then when he was old, he got to see Sally again.
Yeah.
So realistically,
he had
a
great life, but of course, all of them, their life was snatched away from them in the first place. So they've had to adapt to it. But who knows what their life would have been? But again, it's a sad moment in the sense he got married, but did he have kids? Where are the kids? Why are the kids not wet and when he dies? Why is it?
Maybe
abused his kids. Yeah.
What?
We went for two different fucking jokes there. I'm going for abuse of the children. You're going for that he can't get up.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what I mean. But again, what a heartbreaking moment that was.
Yeah,
it was so sad. The moment him sort of saying that again, that moment is like, I have until the rain stopped, just breaks my heart every single time. And her saying, I'll stay with you. So sad. Was it that bit when he's like, how do my hands get so old? You know how his hands got so old. But imagine that. Meeting this woman, getting sent back in time, and then you have to then wait 40 years to eventually see this woman again. It's heartbreaking stuff, man. It's beautiful. But also heartbreaking. I can't stand it. It's a weird sort of line, isn't it?
It's a really weird feeling.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he did with the girl in the fireplace as well.
Yeah.
He has you feeling like distraught, but also thinking like, this is the most beautiful shit.
Yeah, right. Oh, Moffat. He knows what he's doing. Have you watched Sherlock yet?
No.
Watch Sherlock in your free time. Otherwise, I'm going to get you to do reactions with me. So watch it in your free time before I do. It's outstanding. Moffat wrote it with Gatiss. He's the one that was the scorpion fella when he went young.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Gatiss, So I think... Because we've spoken about the episode and the villain and Doctor... Okay, Martha, she wasn't really in there. When she did pop up, she made a joke or two.
Very funny.
Yeah, and that's it. So we didn't. So she didn't have to do much. We had the Roso-meter because if she pissed us off, the Martho-meter if she actually did anything of worth. And to be honest, in the scenario that they're in, they didn't really need to have her to do stuff of worth because it wasn't about them.
No.
So what do you think of Larry?
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah, he's out here walking around with his tackle out in his sister's gaff for some reason.
Yeah,
that's strange. He
did well to help.
He did well to help, and I do love. Again, it was subtle comedic value. I do think the little things. Well, the Willy thing we'll forget about, but then also things like is my sister dying? Oh, am I dying?
Yeah.
Even him walking in is like, you live in Scooby Doo's house.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, like the subtlety. But then his joy of like writing in the transcript himself. I like the character again. Watch How Not. I've given you Sherlock and How Not to Live Your Life, completely different shows, but yeah. So I'm trying to think what else was there in the episode. How it went. So like the concept of the wibbly wobbly timey-wimey thing. Again, they have a lot of fun with the show. As you know, it's time travel, but this one is like sort of almost like a bootstrap paradox, but not fully a bootstrap paradox. So. It's an interesting one. I'm trying to think what else there is that's happened in the episode, because the main characters, and there was 6. So Doctor and Martha, Sally and Larry, Kathy Billy. And Billy. That's it. Six actors that were integral to the episode, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it's again it'll be. Obviously, location-wise, they would have had to sell out, but that probably saved them so much fucking money, as in like to actually create that episode. So I think that's it. I think thinking about it, we spoke about the angels. Is there anything that you want to get off your chest about to do with this episode in general?
No.
I think that the reaction probably set up. I don't know whether the reaction's going to be good to edit or not, because there wasn't any outrageous things for me to cut out, which is good. Yeah. Don't say any now, please. But because I won't edit out and you'll look like a shithead. But also it's that because it's such a tense episode. You're not saying much. So when things are happening, people are going to think that you're like, well, what's this reaction? He's not actually saying anything. But it's really, you might just go like this. And the raise the eyebrows are enough, you know.
It's because you're so engrossed.
Yeah, engrossed. So
I know we've spent about 20 minutes talking about.
I know,
anyway,
yeah,
so.
I know, and we haven't really sort of been talking like shit, you know. Normally we'll be like sort of like screaming or arguing or making jokes. This has just been like, we're just respecting the episode because that's what it deserves. Fantastic, you love to see it. But yeah, so
still not as good as the girl in the fireplace though.
Give it time. See if it grows on you. Am I growing it?
No.
Am I growing it? When it comes to, because once we get through all this stuff, I might say to you, just rewatch it in your own time, and you might rewatch it a second. But again, I think the girl in the fireplace was more of a shock in the sense of the writing, everything to do with you knew nothing about it. Whereas this, you knew through the Weeping Angels about me and television to do the Don't Blink thing. So I think that would have that thing sort of thing.
Yeah.
But overall, we're happy. He's happy with the episode. I'm happy with the reaction, and it's just so good to watch it again. I've watched it. I'd say a while. It's probably a couple of months. No, it's been about a year since I've watched it or something like that. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. So I think we're gonna leave it here. We're building up a bunch of episodes together, so we're not keeping too much in between watching them, so they're keeping them fresh to his head. For example, when I asked him what the last episode was, it only took him about 20 seconds to remember what it was. Whereas before, I've edited out minutes. So there's that. So yeah, so we should be watching the next episode soon. So look forward to that. So we'll leave it there, guys. So thank you again for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. Comment down below. What do you think of this episode? What do you think when it first came out? Where does the Weeping Angel stand for you? What was your favourite bit? What do you think of Billy being an absolute dude? trying to pull her. What do you think of the lack of Doctor in it? And yeah, so just comment down below what you thought of this episode. It's Blink. Everyone loves it, but you know, I think it's actually the highest rated episode on Doctor Who. I think.
Is it?
I think it is. Yeah, I'm fairly certain. I'll have a look in a moment. But yeah, if you like these types of video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get a notification every time I upload. A bunch of other videos around here to do me and other people. I do reactions to Doctor Who by myself as well. I did it to Shooty's first season. I also do reactions to other things. More recently, I've done reactions to The Acolyte Season 1, Umbrella Academy Season 4, The Boys Season 4, House of Dragon Season 2. I also do reactions to Marvel stuff. I did the MCU Phase 1 to 3, the Infinity Saga with my mate Josh, but I also do the TV shows. I have done since Moon Knight, and most recently I did reactions to Echo and X-Men 97, which is part of Marvel. And coming up this month, I'll also be doing reactions to The Penguin, Agatha All Along, and Star Wars. Star Wars ones. Which Star Wars one? I just finished Star Wars Rebels as well, but I also will be doing Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Jedi. So yeah, anything that says I can teach you fancy, guys, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that jazz. But thank you again for watching, and we'll see you out there. Alright, I gotta go make sure I didn't. Do you know what? Whilst doing that, I've had this fear in the back of my head that we burned the kitchen down because I've left the food cooking, but it's in a slow cooker. But I have this fear I'm gonna go.
It'll be fine then.
It'll be fine. But what if it isn't?
You better not have burnt my Magnus.
You're not getting any fucking Magnus. You're farting too much!
Oh, I'm gonna get up and it's just gonna be a waft.
Oh, you're fucking... Don't sniff the chair! I'm keeping that in!